good, the bad, and the odd. They're sorted.
Welcome to this episode of The Good, the Bad, and the Odd with your hosts, Mark and Sam. Hi, Sam.
Hello.
So we're doing a comfy chair for January, right?
Yeah.
So we'll cover some of the stuff we watched in December and early this month too. Okay, should I get started on this? Or
Yeah, you go. You go first.
Go on. I've got a fair bit of TV. Well, TV and movies only this time, not games or anything like that. So the first one is the TV series I started. It's a Netflix series. Currently, as a point of this talking, I'm halfway through season 2, so I'll just talk about season 1 really. But I'm probably going to talk about it again when I've watched all four seasons so far. And that is Cobra Kai.
Okay.
Quite fantastic, actually. It really riffs on the 80s movies without being too nostalgic, right? It's really set in the modern day. It is about the effects of like the 80s and what those people basically Danny and what's his name? Oh man, I forgot his name. Begins with a J. I forgot. The guy he fought at the end of the first film. Johnny Lawrence. It's about them in their 50s or, early 50s, figuring out their lives. And Danny's quite a successful car dealer and Johnny's down and out, really. But he decides, some kid he lives next door, he doesn't give a crap about, really. He stops him getting a beating from these 5 thugs. And at that point, he kind of starts wanting to teach karate again, and he opens a new dojo, which is Cobra Kai.
Okay.
But this triggers Danny,
Yeah.
who remembers all his bad memories of Cobra Kai, and the drama ensues. And these are family guys, they're family guys, and it's kind of getting to know their characters way better from the film, because in the film, Johnny's just a rich douchebag kid, right, who's good at karate, but the sensei, Reese, Kreese, the sensei of Cobra Kai is the nutcase, right, and it sort of spirals on from there. Obviously Mr. Miyagi's died at this point, so Danny's on his own, but he still kind of remembers Mr. Miyagi, and a lot of stories about that, and their kids are involved, and it's stuff like this. It's excellent. It's a really good update of an 80s sort of story. And I can thoroughly recommend it. I will, however, recommend, if you are to watch it, is to do something I hadn't done before, which is watch Karate Kid 3. I didn't even know Karate Kid 3 was a thing.
Yeah, it's like his daughter or something.
No, that's the next Karate Kid. Okay. That's what I thought Karate Kid 3 was. But then I found out, no, this is someone recommended that I watch Karate Kid 3 before I indulge. And honestly, 1 and 3 have some major beats to do with the TV series, and it's probably worth watching those two. But the second one's pretty good too, so you might as well watch all 3, right? Yeah. But the third movie is bananas. It's really quite bad, but entertaining. The storyline's nuts. It's basically a billionaire decides he wants to get revenge on that LaRusso and Miyagi, because he's ex-Cobra Kai, or he was Cobra Kai. But he's a billionaire, right? And he's like, oh, God. It's like, go make some money. Who cares who won the All Valley Karate Contest, right? Yeah. It's kind of like that. But it's a bananas film. But it really kind of feeds into this Cobra Kai series quite well. There are 10 episodes in the season, and I thoroughly recommend them. So I'm going to be watching 40 in all, but as I say, I'm midway through season 2 at the minute. But I'm trying to watch one a day because, honestly, I'm really tempted to watch more than one a day, but I want to enjoy it. I want to pace myself. So I'm really, really digging it. Big recommend for me, that one. Anyway, but over to you.
Okay, so my first thing is I've been watching this. Me and my friends have been watching this show. It's just come out. It's from Adult Swim, called Smiling Friends. Now it's an internet series that got picked up for TV showings. Yeah, and it's really weirdly funny. The whole premise, it's got this very kiddie premise that just spirals, and it just ends up going mental. The pilot is online to watch for free. You can find that very easily. But the premise is that these two characters, Charlie and him have to try and they've got like a sort of like a feature of the day where they have to try and make a character smile. People contact them when they're depressed or having problems, and their whole goal is that they need to make this person smile. Their first thing they walk in, they're like, this old lady's like shows them, it's like, oh, my little Jimmy, he's so depressed at the moment. He just needs some help smiling. It's like, okay, let's see what we can do. They walk in, it's like a 40-year-old man with a gun, holding a gun to his head.
Oh my God.
Okay, calm down. And they do like a whole day of events where they're like looking, trying to find things to make this guy smile, and he's still the entire time he's holding the gun to his head. Like the entire
wow,
day.
the entire episode. Oh, it's animated.
It's animated. Yeah, it's animated by this completely mental style. Nobody has a consistent look. Like everyone changes from like 3D to 2D, 3D. There's like stop motion characters. There's rotoscoped characters. It's bizarre.
Right.
Yeah.
It's adult. It's for adults.
Yeah.
Okay, that sounds cool. Is it filling your Archer gap or whatever?
Yeah, at the moment. I do also watch Archer season 12. So.
Oh, I wasn't going to talk about this time because I want to talk about it more when I finally finish season 12. So maybe we can talk about it then. Okay. But I've just finished 10 myself, so I'm keeping up, and I'm currently still watching it every day. So I will be on end of 12 in about a week or maybe 3 weeks. So yeah, we could talk about all of Archer then, right?
Okay.
So that'd be cool. Right, so Smiling Friends, that sounds like something I'd like, actually.
Yeah, it's weirdly goofy. There's a whole like plot about one plot line is that they have to solve like a closed door murder mystery.
Yeah.
And it turns out everyone was involved, but none of them actually killed him. They all thought that they killed him. So
okay, so
it's wild.
It was accidental. Sorry, they got it wrong.
Yeah, it's hilarious.
Okay, Smiling Friends. Okay, my next one is a film. I think we've reviewed it. We may not have, but I certainly have watched it several times, and I quite enjoy it. And it's Cockneys versus Zombies.
We haven't talked about that.
We haven't. Have you never seen it? Oh, it's a good fun film because basically it's these kids in the East London who their grandpa's retirement home is closing down and he's being moved out into. They keep just saying up north. That's all they say. Up north. It's going up north. And they decide they're going to rob a bank to try and sort of save him. But you know, while this is happening, there's a zombie apocalypse kicks off in the East End. There's some great little stuff in it. Alan Ford's in it as their granddad. You can imagine Alan Ford, right? In this kind of thing. And then various old British character actors, including Richard Bryars, you know, from The Good Life, who's very old in it. I think this may have been his last film as well. He plays a character called Angus. And this is a good fun one. We get things like the grandpa telling him a story. He says, look, how old are you? Because when I was 15, I lied about my age so I could go fight Nazis. And then we get a brief flashback of a 15-year-old lad in an army uniform running into a bunker and go, oh, you Nazi bastards, and like bayoneting them and things like that. And then it cuts back, you know, and things like that. But basically they find this old like pit, this building site, finds this old sort of, I don't know, like a plague pit kind of thing. But when they open the doors, they think there might be treasure in it. Zombies, right? Zombies.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, these guys are trying to rob a bank, and they got this bloke's providing the guns, who's a complete nutcase. I think it's called Mental Mickey or something like that. He's got a plate in his head, which comes into play later because he does become a zombie at one point, and they try and shoot him in the head. But he's got a plate in his head, so it doesn't work. So they have to be a bit more inventive. And also dealing with all these zombies, there's these old folks. They realise what's happening, and they're in an old folks' home, so they're trying to fight the zombies. But they're like old geezers, you know, and it's kind of funny, and the women are funny too. At one point, the boys figure out that Mickey's got all these guns, so they can get the guns and then take them to the old folks home. They drop him through the skylight, so they're trapped in with them, and they're kind of showing all these old people. Goes, look, here's the guns, What you have to do is shoot him in the head, and this woman picks up the gun like a shotgun, does it like she knows what she goes. We know where to fucking shoot her.
Yeah.
And it's, Cockneys fighting zombies. What else can I say? But there's some really clever and funny bits in it. At one point, for example, Angus, the Richard Pryor character, is napping in the lawn, but the zombies have noticed him because he hasn't moved. And they call to him, Angus, come this way. And he gets up in his Zimmer frame and he starts walking really slowly up the garden. But slow zombies following him.
Yeah.
But then they play music like it's a car chase and start editing it like it's a fast car chase. But it's just an old bloke with a Zimmer frame. So they have all this. And there's like lots of little touches. For example, one bloke gets bitten by a zombie in the ankle, but he's got a false leg. And he looks down at the zombie and goes, wrong leg, silly bollocks. And he takes his own leg off and beats the zombie skull in with it. Things like that. And it's all the way through. And it's funny. It's funny. And right at the end, I mean, I'm just kind of spoiling it. At the end, two of the characters are talking. One says, do you think London's going to get over this? And the other one looks at her and goes, yeah, of course. It's seen worse. And when you think about it, yes, London has seen worse than the zombie apocalypse and the Blitz and the Great Plague. And, all that. Yeah. So, fair enough.
Another Great Plague and another Great Plague and another Great
the
Plague. Fire and...
So it's a thorough recommend. It's a really fun film, better than the title suggests. But it sounds like it's going to be some piece of crap straight to video thing, but it's actually a pretty good film. There's some good music, good direction, good editing, good cast. I really, really enjoy it. Some of the acting's really good as well, and it's fun to see Alan Ford getting angry with zombies, like just taking them out left, right, and centre. So I really enjoyed that. Anyway, over to you.
Okay, so I've watched for the first time at the prompting of a friend. I've watched for the first time Rush Hour. That's a wild film.
I've never seen it. That's Jackie Chan, right?
It's Jackie Chan and Chris Rock. Yeah.
I like it as well.
As a Hollywood cop and a Japanese special service agent.
Oh, is that what they play? Right. Okay.
Yeah. So basically, the ambassador to Japan, ambassador to Hong Kong, is a Chinese secret service agent.
Yes.
This is during the handover of Hong Kong back to China, as it were.
Oh, so 97 or something.
Yeah, that's when it's set. So the British ambassador is leaving, and Hong Kong is forming its own sort of government at the time.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
And during there's an attempt by some unseen crime boss to steal a huge amount of artifacts from the historically Hong Kong sort of. It's I think it's either supposed to be known for or major historical artifacts of the location sort of thing.
Yeah.
But it gets foiled by Jackie Chan, and with the help of the soon-to-be Hong Kong ambassador. So the villain gets away. We don't actually see the guy at all.
Yeah.
Cut to later, the child of this ambassador gets kidnapped in the streets of LA. He is now the ambassador to America from Hong Kong. Yeah. The child gets kidnapped by the guy's men in LA, I think it is.
Yeah.
And Chris Rock, the ambassador basically calls up Jackie Chan and gets him sent over straight away. But the Americans don't want to look bad, so they assign a guy to babysit him for a bit. And they're like, man, who's the most incompetent cop that we know of? Who could we call? And they call up Chris Rock. And, who's just got done accidentally winding up some wannabe bomb maker, and his bomb nearly went off in the middle of a busy street. So
wow.
It's quite annoying, and there's a lot of shenanigans. It's a buddy cop movie.
Yeah, they're great. The latest ones are pretty good. Bad Boys and stuff like this. I haven't seen this, but I won't mind watching it.
Yeah, it's a really fun film.
Yeah, you know what? I might watch it tonight. I might watch that tonight.
Honestly, just watching Chris Rock just go nuts and just he'll go on these tangents. It's this sort of attempt at it's doing this sort of like if you're just quick talking, like no one will realize what you're actually saying. Like he just does it and he just starts going off on like these 10-minute tangents, wandering around a Chinese restaurant full of guys armed to the teeth, and he just keeps walking around in circles, like acting like he's some money man. So it's really funny.
Yeah, I think I might give that a watch tonight. Actually, I'm just in the mood. I think there's a sequel as well. I
think there's a couple.
Oh, okay. That's good. Yeah, it sounds good. I do like Chris Rock. I haven't seen him in much. I liked him in Dogma, for example.
Yeah,
he was really fairly low key in Dogma, though, wasn't he? Apart from going on about Jesus being black, he wasn't. he was good fun in that. I do like Chris Rock. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Okay, next on my list is a twofer. Got a couple of films.
Chris Tucker is what we're talking about, not Chris Rock.
Oh, it's Chris Tucker. Oh, I totally got that wrong. I thought it was Chris Rock. Okay, all right, Chris Tucker. Okay, not so much a fan of Chris Tucker, but I haven't seen him in ages, so, you know, that sounds like all right. Anyway, all right, okay, so I've got a two for now. Venom and Venom 2, Let There Be Carnage.
Yeah.
Really fun. Both of them are really fun. I like this comedy Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde vibe it has, you know, where he's or Gollum even, you know, where he talks to himself. He's obviously conversing with himself, and I like what they did through this. The second one, they went a little CG, and you know, I know it's Venom and I know it's CG, but there was other characters who were doing sort of crazy things too that didn't quite fit in for me in the Venom thing. Though I'm not familiar with the comic books.
Did you not like Woody Harrelson and his weird red wig?
No, I like Woody Harrelson and his weird red wig. It's his girlfriend I had a bit of a...
Oh, Shriek.
Naomi Harris, wasn't it? No,
yeah, I think so.
Yeah. It was weird. She had superpowers, not explained or anything, but, you know, this is Venom. Okay. Yeah. So, I just like Venom as a character. So it makes me laugh. It's like a comedy Hulk, really, isn't it? It's kind of like that. And I think I preferred the first one a little more than the second, but I enjoyed them both almost on the same level, you know at the same amount.
You preferred My Legs Are Broken and Now They're Not, line delivery.
I can't remember that. I don't remember that. But I think Eddie Brock, you know.
Tom Hardy's really good as Eddie Brock.
Good. He does comedy, right? And it's kind of interesting, and I like it. And I wonder if this is ever going to be in the MCU, and it looks like it might be, doesn't it? It might be.
You watched? We did.
We did No Way Home.
Yeah, we did No Way Home.
We've got to be careful of spoilers here, but there is an intimation Venom will be part of the MCU, perhaps. Yeah. Isn't in that at the end of that film? But yeah, I really enjoyed this. It made me want to play a game where the character has similar kind of abilities called Prototype. And I bought it on Steam but never got around to playing it again. But I really like that game, and it kind of... Say again?
It's a fun game.
Yeah, it was a fun game. And it's very reminiscent of what Venom gets up to. Imagine Venom with... extra gadgety kind of stuff. That's kind of the vibe, right? So yeah, both these movies are really good. Carnage, I see sometimes getting some crap on Facebook and stuff, but no, I liked it. I thought it was good fun. And enjoyed it greatly. Anyway, that's those two. So what's your next one?
Okay, my next one is, I'd heard terrible things about this film, so I knew I had to watch it. Ghostbusters Afterlife. That's the new one.
Okay, I want to see this. I haven't heard that much about it. Bad, anyway. Not good.
It's weird. It's like Okay, so it leans too heavily into mythologizing the Ghostbusters.
Bit too nostalgic, is it?
Yeah, it leans into the nostalgia a bit too much, whereas the original Ghostbusters films, they're just kind of guys working. They do save the world, but that's just kind of their day. So,
yeah, okay. Yeah. There's a name for these weirdly extended, I say extended sequels that occur so many years after the original, isn't it? Yeah. I forgot what it was, like Independence Day and stuff like that. But yeah, did it work?
It was, for the most part, it worked. I will say that there's like bit mentions from the original that come up. Like, they mention the building that they tried to summon Gozer in the original. It's like, oh, that was made by Ivo Shandor. And Ivo Shandor's like a player in this. So.
Oh, okay. Yeah. All right. Would you recommend it, or was it?
I'd recommend seeing it because I feel like it's a good, like, it's a bit of, it's a good enough film sort of thing. Like it's worth watching.
Okay, it clearly isn't going to be better than Ghostbusters.
No.
Is it better than Ghostbusters 2? Would you say?
See, I like Ghostbusters 2, so
with Vigo the Carpathian.
Vigo the Carpathian.
Okay, is it? Have you seen the 2016 one?
Yeah, that was bad. It's better than that.
So it's better than that. I want to see both the 2016 one and this one, actually. I just want to. I know the 2016
There's only
is
a couple
different
of good
thing,
jokes
isn't it?
in the 2016 one that there's a couple of jokes that I like, sort of thing. And one of them is Dan Aykroyd's cameo in it, where he during the chaos at the ending, he pulls up in a cab as they're trying to like hey, we need to get where this goes. Like, nah, I don't travel down to like the main city this time of night. No, we can't be doing that. It's like, can't you see what's going on? Yeah, it looks like you got like a type 5 to ectoplasmic disturbance sort of thing. You know, this is a standard sort of thing. He just like rattles off and he ends it by saying, I ain't afraid of no ghosts, and just carries on. So
yeah, nice.
Yeah.
Okay. They both sound good. Rush Hour is still the one that you've sold me on the most.
Yeah.
Okay. My next one is a threefer. I'm going to do 3 now instead of 2.
Yeah?
Which is I watched the original Sam Raimi Spider-Man movies 1, 2, and 3 after No Way Home. That was something I wanted to do. Wow. 2 absolutely kicks ass still. It's still one of the great superhero movies, in my opinion. Doc Octopus is such a good villain, as we saw in No Way Home. That it kind of elevates the material, but also it's a really good script and well made, and there's some interesting stuff going on with Tobey Maguire. One's okay. I'm just not that much of a fan of William Dafoe as Green Goblin, although I did like him in No Way Home. Yeah, I did. Really
I love how just mental he is.
He is mental.
He's just I'm convinced this is just. Have you seen how Willem Dafoe described it? He wanted to be more in the Goblin suit than the stunt actors. He wanted to be in it as much as possible.
Shame he wasn't. I think I would have liked him better if it didn't have that mask, which and things like that. If he'd have been more, I know you couldn't have gone the full green. You couldn't have gone the full Green Goblin from the comics because that hat is goofy, right? Yeah. But the pumpkin, all of that is really cool. I have to say I liked it better this time than the last few times I've watched the first Spider-Man, because I wasn't that invested in the Green Goblin as a bad guy. But
did you notice how there's no real introduction of Spider-Man to the city? It's just like they do a montage and Spider-Man's a thing.
No, I didn't really notice that.
Do you know why that they cut that out?
Why?
They cut because it's in some of the early promotional materials. Spider-Man webs up a helicopter between the Twin Towers.
So they
cut it.
Yeah.
It's in some of the posters. You can see the reflection in his eye.
I do remember a webbed up helicopter shot though. But maybe it was a close-up or something. I don't know. But you know what? I also quite like 3, even though it's quite poorly constructed. And the bad Peter Parker is hilarious.
Oh yeah,
bad.
Tobey Maguire.
He's just a nerd. It's just a nerd.
It's you have to think of it as this is what a nerd perceives as the cool guy.
Cool guy. But it is funny. It really cracks me up when he's dancing down the street and doing stuff. Being flash around Gwen Stacy. And stuff like that. That does make me laugh a lot. So I even enjoyed that, and it was kind of interesting how they shoehorn Venom in right at the end, kind of thing, as a thing. No, that's not true. I mean, the dark suit is a thing, right?
Yeah.
But Venom himself doesn't appear.
They should, if they were gonna do it, they should have had Sandman be the Spider-Man 3 villain and just keep the black suit. Just have him have the black suit and then have him go become an asshole in Spider-Man 4.
Yeah, possibly, but we never got to 4.
Yeah, we never got. That's probably not going to happen, though. There are apparently talks about making more Spider-Man films.
Okay. Well, yeah. I mean, No Way Home was a great recap of all of them, wasn't it? Really?
No, going off of apparently Amazing Spider-Man might be getting a third.
Oh, blimey!
Yeah,
They can't help themselves, can they?
Which means that Spider-Man 4 is definitely going to be a thing if they do that. So.
Yeah, well, we'll see. Anyway, I greatly enjoyed this trilogy. They were again. I hear the third one cracked on a lot, and fair enough. I see it, but I enjoyed it. But 2 is the killer one for me. It really, really rocked. Often I found that often the case with superhero movies. Like I really like X-Men 2. No one talks about it much anymore, but I really like X-Men 2. Though I do like First Class.
It's kind of difficult to talk about them because the guy that Bryan Singer, the guy that made them.
Yeah, it's troubling, isn't it? Yeah. It's quite troubling. Also Batman Returns. There's some great Superman 2. It was a great film. Yeah, things like that. Great trilogy. Anyway, that's me. What's your next one?
Okay, so my next one is, I think you might also have this, and we may be hold off on talking about this until it's done, but Book of Boba Fett.
Okay, yeah. What's your thoughts so far?
I quite like it.
Yeah, I'm having a bit of trouble because it feels like it's Boba Fett, the middle manager, at the minute to me.
Well, it's kind of got to be because he's got to establish his.
Yeah, but he should be. Can you imagine Jabba the Hutt putting up with no one giving him tribute, or do you know what I mean? It's but I have to say 3 was the low point. Episode 3 was the low point for me.
You didn't like the super slow mod car chase.
Oh god, no. And the fact, well, look, I don't want to get into spoilers too much. The fact the little mod gang kind of tangled with a complete badass who had already kind of almost beaten Boba Fett.
Yeah.
Right? Things like that. I don't want to get into too much, but I'm starting to feel like it's going to shape up to something solid.
Yeah,
now, one
he's
element,
kind of putting the team together now. So
yeah, it is putting the team together. But one element I thought was going to happen for the finale, it appears can't now because of stuff that's happened. I'll just say it. I thought he was going to rally a whole set of Tusken Raiders behind him, actually. Yeah. But I don't think that's going to happen the way it's plotted at the minute. So I had trouble with 3, I have to say, but 4 at least
4 is cool.
Was reasonable, yeah. So, the little gang was like, I like the Camoran Guards. I tell you, I like the Camoran Guards.
I like how Boba Fett's like a good boss who's immediately like, okay, get him into the back to tank. Like just straight away the Gamorrean Guard that tangles with Black Krrsantan.
Yeah.
Yeah. I love that. Apologies, we're going to go spoilers here for a sec. I love in the most recent episode, which is episode 4, Krrsantan fighting the Trandoshans and the
trying to be talked down.
Yeah, they tried to talk him down. It's like, you're Black Krrsantan, you're the toughest guy, but the galaxy's changed. We don't need the brutality. Come on, we'll settle your bar tab. He just looks at her for a second and then just rips the guy he's holding arm off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're going back to Wookiees ripping arms off, which needed to happen in Star Wars.
Well, I thought, okay, so Krrsantan's been in the comics and his signature move is he bear hugs you to death. I thought that's what he was going to do. So.
Yeah, but no. Ripping arms off. I also feel that woman in the cafe's behind something.
Oh, yeah, she's 100%.
Yeah, she's sketchy, isn't she? Okay, yeah.
Also, did you notice Matt Berry is the droid that is the butler droid?
Yeah, amazing. I didn't realise the first episode. Yeah. And when I saw him on the credits, what? And then when you play it back, it's so obviously Matt Berry. It's like, oh, what was I talking about? And it's kind of funny. But I have to say, the recreation of Jabba's palace is amazing.
Yeah.
That's really cool. I'm a little confused by some of the plotting at the minute. But again, I'll talk about that when we talk about this properly. Yeah. If I can still remember it. I might have forgotten it at that point.
Yeah.
So, I am going to watch it to the end. I'm still looking forward to it a lot more. I think Ahsoka, the series, and Obi-Wan.
Yeah.
Though, what are they going to do with Obi-Wan? You know what I mean? It's
probably going to be a lot of introspective stuff on Obi-Wan's part. So
possibly, or maybe he'll go back to being Jedi detective. That'd be
that'd be fun.
Yeah. or somehow protecting Luke without being.
Yeah, that is something in the old like canon. That's basically what he was doing, because Luke is such a powerful Force user. He basically just hang out in the hills nearby and kill anything that comes to fight Luke.
Yeah, it could be that, or it could be. I'm wondering if we'll find out how he got so damn old so quick as well.
Yeah, well, I mean that's probably just Tatooine, like just being in the desert that long.
Yeah,
under the heat and the sand.
Yeah, in fact, there's a book which I've read. I think it's called Obi-Wan, and it ends with him residing in Tatooine and deliberately pulling back his cloak and exposing his son to the face, knowing it's going to affect how it looks. So it's a kind of a disguise. That's how it's explained in that. It's kind of interesting idea. But I saw something the other day, just to mention on Facebook, it made me laugh and it was something like, Padme picked Anakin and Obi-Wan was right there. Even when Anakin was a kid, Obi-Wan was right there.
Yeah.
Why would she pick Anakin? It did make me laugh, actually. Whiny, creepy.
Have you seen the
versus Space Jesus?
Yeah, because Hayden Christensen is going to be in the series.
I heard. Yes.
Yeah. Have you seen the video of him saying "May the Force be with you" in the big black cloak?
No.
He looks weirdly younger. He looks like a 50s child. It's weird.
How weird.
Like you could put a little propeller beanie on his head and it wouldn't look that out of place. Yeah.
Okay. They should bring back Jake Lloyd, right?
no, I think he's done some bad stuff, I think.
Yeah, maybe not then. Okay, my last one is the last one I wanted to do today was a TV series, and I thought I'd talked about it, but I checked our previous ones, and I don't think I have. Have I talked about Watchmen?
Yes, I think you have.
Okay. I'm stuck then. Okay. I'm going to talk about it again. Yeah. I don't care. Fantastic series, this. Really fantastic. 9 episodes, and there was a lot of chatter about, you need to have read the book or, to really understand. And you kind of do, to get all of the little Easter eggs and nuances, and in fact, but stylistically, he also borrows from Zack Snyder's film an awful lot.
Yeah.
So you could watch Zack Snyder's film, especially the Ultimate Cut, which is awesome, by the way, and possibly just read up on the difference between the film and the book, which is really Giant Octopus, right? Just so you know, Giant Octopus lands, to ground you in this. But man, this is a really great show, and honestly there's lots of weird stuff in it in the first episodes, and you're thinking, is this just being weird for the sake of it, a bit like Twin Peaks, some of Twin Peaks, right? But everything is explained as you get towards the end, and also they got some balls making this show. They spend entire episodes of only a 9 episode season, right? Run entire episodes on the backstory of one character, and they do it 2.5, I want to say, times through only 9 episodes, but it really enriches it and gives it context, and it's an interesting series. It's about race, and it's about legacy and history, and it's a really wonderful and feels much part of the same universe as Watchmen. However, it's set now, right? It's set in 2019 or whenever it was made. And it doesn't harken to the past, but some of the stuff in it is really spooky watching back now, because there's this whole thing about masks. We all wear masks now because of COVID, right? Often when we go out, but they talk about masks, protecting people, but also hiding people and stuff like that. This is a great show, and I think it's Regina King, or what's her name? The main actress. We know her. If you ever watch Big Bang Theory, she's the creeped out HR person that Sheldon has to deal with. That's her. She takes center stage in this series, and she's absolutely fantastic. She should win some awards for this. It's Regina King. But there's some really interesting stuff going on throughout this show, and I really, really liked it. And I can't recommend it enough. This is one of the best shows I've seen in ages. Probably the last show I saw this good was maybe True Detective season 1.
Okay.
Like that. So it was really good. But so big recommend for me. So anyway, what's your last one?
Okay, my last one is I've kind of been sort of on the side watching Seinfeld.
Oh, really? I've never seen an episode of Seinfeld. Never.
It's weird because it's a lot of like deadpan. It's very deadpan comedy.
It's Larry David's behind it, isn't he?
Yeah, and it's just people keep escalating to really stupid stuff, and it just becomes like farcical how weird they're getting. But you can see the sequence of events coming. So, like, for example, there's a character, George Costanza. He goes out with a girl. She invites him in for coffee, and he goes, "No, sorry, I don't want coffee. It's late. I need to get to work tomorrow." And he goes on to stay. Next day, he realizes what she was inviting him up for, and so he gives her a ring and just tries to be confident, and she doesn't respond. He gets the machine, and then the next day, he gives her another ring, and the next day, and the next day. And the next day.
Okay.
And he's like, I'm done with that. This is just some terrible woman. Then he gets a call from her saying, "Oh, sorry, I was out of town. I haven't been in my home. My machine's probably caught all your things. I'll listen to them when I get back." It's like, oh no. Now he has to, and it becomes like an escalating plot to basically break into this woman's home to get on the machine so that they can get rid of it. And then they get there and it's like, "Oh yeah, I had my friend come around to get the machine. She said it was hilarious." It's like, okay. I'll just take an opportunity to listen to it in a bit. And he's got a second tape that he wants to like sneak it, and it just keeps getting wilder. It's like there's no complete laugh out loud moment. It's just sort of an escalating sort of sort of sensation of when you're watching.
Watching it, is there a bit of a cringe factor? It sounds like it might be.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. There is a lot of that.
I don't mind that.
Some of it is it only makes sense in America. Like I watched one about the same character, George Costanza. He's a bit of a hypochondriac. And he's like, "I think I'm having a heart attack." And like Jerry Seinfeld, the main character, is like, You watched that heart attack thing on TV last night, didn't you? He goes, "Yeah, but it could be happening to me. Why couldn't I have a heart attack?" And it gets escalated, and he ends up like another guy that they know ends up convincing him to go for like, what's it, holistic? I can't remember the words that the exact terminology. It's like, "Well, you can pay $4,000 to stay in the hospital," and it's like, "Well, you've lost me."
Nice.
Yeah.
I've never watched it. I hear a lot of good things about it. Never watched an episode, and the reason I never watched an episode is because that Jerry Seinfeld reminds me of Tony Blair. Which is weird, right? That's a really stupid reason.
Yeah,
that's what
I think it's all on Netflix. So
I should give it a go. You know what? When I finish Archer, I might. There's one show I really want to get started, which I'm kind of saving till I've done with Archer. Or Cobra Kai, one or the other. But Seinfeld sounds like a possible one. But sorry, I'm wanting to start The Expanse. I'm looking forward to starting The Expanse, which I think is on Amazon Prime. Yeah, I keep hearing about it, but I want to watch it before it gets spoiled by people chatting about it. So having said that, I said that about Game of Thrones, and I'm still only just starting season 4.
Yeah.
So, okay, so Seinfeld. All right, okay, that's our comfy cheer for this month. So I'm going to be trying to cram a few more films. I think I'm going to watch Rush Hour tonight. I think I really am. But I might try and get these Ghostbusters watched sometime too.
Yeah.
I'm struggling to find time to watch everything I want to watch. That's the trouble. It's too much good telly. It's not like the old days where you get like one decent serial every 6 months. Yeah. It's just too much around at the minute. Okay. We should complain, right? Okay. So let's call it a night there. So bye from me.
Bye.